Okay. Cool. So apparently this is around for like all month, which is nice.
Which is the legacy cube?
Yes, entry close date up here is listed as April 25th.
Wow.
Basically, it's open until the new set comes out.
Oh man.
So
Well, that's good.
yeah,
We could do a bunch of cube. And then
yeah,
we get excited about the new set, and then we do the new set because, well, I mean, we probably do the new set on Arena because
yeah.
it's I mean,
Right.
anyway, yes.
But here we do cube. All right, let me pull this on over. Hello, everybody. We are going. Kaz is here with me,
Oh,
and gonna jump
hi,
in.
Gnome Bitten. I'm sorry you feel like crap.
Oh
I hope
dang.
that I hope that your head goes and eats something good so that you can feel better.
Yeah. So we want 100 play points, and let's see if it jumps us right in, or if we've got to wait on.
Hold on. I also have to rename myself in your zone because I've earned a different nickname. Oh no, no, I haven't. Shoot,
Too long of a name?
it is too long.
Ah, dang. I didn't. I guess I don't know what the character limit is on.
It says 32.
Okay, that's a character limit that makes sense. My goodness.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
sure,
like,
some definition of making sense. Yeah.
yeah. Like, I can immediately understand it rather than like a character limit of like 12.
Okay, I heard the pack opening noise, but I didn't see anything change.
Oh, I have given you the wrong eyes then, because welcome to this application of
Oh.
Windows Anything.
Magic the Gathering Online is an ancient program that has been
Yeah.
through many. Okay, now we're looking at
I
stuff.
gave you eyes on like the program, but that doesn't give you the new window every time a new one opens. Anyway, preordains below the cut. This is what we got. I see things like Stoneforge. I see Damnation, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is. Like
Um,
Damnation and Fumigate in the same pack tells you the kind of thing that we're drafting here.
yeah,
But I'm gonna put my
Sword.
vote on Sword of Body and Mind because that connecting ends a game of limited. It's unreasonable. It leaves us color open. We just need to have creatures of any kind, which you can do. That's what I want.
I definitely tweeted this, so I'm glad it picked that.
Oh shit!
Did
I
it?
thought we were gonna talk about it
No,
more.
well, we didn't
What
have any time.
happened?
That was timeout, and I'm because somebody said I didn't tweet, which
Oh
damn
shit!
it,
Sorry.
it didn't happen. Okay,
Well, I mean,
sorry.
like we're not sad to end up with Bomai, all right? Like
Okay.
we're we're kind of happy about that.
I'm sad that the pick had that wasn't a decision. That was a pick. Like
Yeah.
that. Anyway,
Okay.
let me get my brain back into this. Control magic, lingering souls. I actually like lingering souls a lot. Roots Mighty Revelers, the filter one. I got Sun Titan, Abrupt Decay. Anything you've got at the top of your list in here?
Uh, no.
All right.
I can't pick between all this. I don't think it's Rix or a Braid.
Yeah,
I think any other card is reasonable.
those are supporting actors for a deck that isn't us. Okay, now hang on. Elish Norn, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we can build a deck that can take heavy power out of Elish Norn. This pack is the funny Reanimator package pack.
Right. It's sad to see Exhume right there.
Right next to the
Right.
pack rat that I would want, and the body I would
Mhm.
want to be reanimating.
Right. Like the funny part about Reanimator is I feel like you can get any number of powerful things to reanimate.
Mhm.
So I don't really want to pick Elish Norn.
I kind of want to pick Elish Norn just as a card in our deck.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I don't really want to pick Exhume and then just like if you pick Elish Norn, you can just play it. If you pick Exhume, you're the Reanimator plan,
Right.
and that kind of makes everything different. Whoa, Rhythm of the Wild is in here. What? What? Runaway Steam? What am I
Okay.
playing?
So
Oh God!
one thing you have to know about Legacy Cube, this is a truth of every Legacy Cube forever, is that whenever they redo the Legacy Cube on MTGO, they will take out like 30 cards and put in a bunch of random cards from the newest set to make it feel exciting for the newest set.
Right.
For like, oh look, it's Rhythm of the Wild, it's Runaway Steamkin, and like sometimes they hold their position and are worth it. Like sometimes they're not.
This pack is kind of weak. I can see picking a land out of this. Yeah. Like how many walls are even in the? Why is Overgrown Battleland in here? What the hell?
Wall of Roots is and Wall of Blossoms / Wall of Omens. Here's another strong angel card. I think from what I can tell in the chat, I'm making Gnome Bitten go absolutely mad with my picks. I've passed up the entirety of Reanimator.
That's fine. Like we have the things that we would want to reanimate anyway. But you can just cast Angel of Invention and it can take over a game. Like Lifelink makes that super real. You can go wide or you can go tall. If you go wide, you get a bonus. Why would you not go wide with this card? Why does this have modes?
I apologize that I cannot divine. Sorry, I'm gonna stop now. I'm clearly just making things worse by talking in any way.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
God,
like, pick what you want, and we'll justify it afterward. All right, like.
I'm already guard broken right now, and I need to find a way to
let me help you reset you. You have a white deck. I think we're base white, no matter what happens. We want to be white black so that we can use both halves as lingering souls.
Is pod something I can go towards?
We have at least one good ETB.
Sure, like this is a little early to be picking up pod, but it's something I could go towards.
I think this is the exact right time to pick up pod, frankly, because like we can build everything else based on knowing that we have pod.
Yeah, and like
we can just go like pod value.
Sure.
Right? Like Wood Elves, for instance, is good in pod because it's kind of a garbage creature that replaces itself but costs 3, and then you like pod it into a 4, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Also, Condemn, I want to say, because we want to have any interaction, and we are white. I'm going to go ahead and reiterate that we're playing white cards. We're going to be white.
Like, I'm sitting here like, oh, man, Huntmaster.
Oh, yeah, Huntmaster of the Fell. He's a good card. He's strong. And it makes 2 bodies. And like, that's value, right? Like, the pod.
Yeah. History. Okay, and then we also have this, like, side token plan, don't we?
We kind of do, because like Elesh Norn and Angel of Invention both reward you for tokens.
Mm-hmm.
And you could also pot a token into a 1, I guess.
So Spectral versus History of Benelia is actually a very hard choice in my mind. We've seen from our last one that, like, you know, having evasion was really important, but history is also just super strong. Because we have a sword, I'm gonna get us some bodies for that sword.
All right, sweet.
Okay, this can let us.
All right, so this is our first pack back.
Yep, Fumigate. So of the cards that were in here that were notable, Damnation's gone. The Preordain's gone. Oh god, I'm trying to think. Was there an Eldrazi in this one or the one after it?
I think I remember seeing Kozilek like 3 picks in.
Is Spectral Procession 3 white or 6 colorless? Yes, it's either like 2 white, 2 colorless.
Yeah, any of those pips could be either 2 colorless or. We're picking like isolated chapel when we don't particularly care. There's Necromancy for the Reanimator half of things.
This is also a card that can. So this is Eternal Witness on come in and leave.
Oh. Well.
And we have a pod.
Yeah, I think that's good enough. So you like You Angel of Invention pod into this, pod that into Elishnorn. That's nuts.
There's a green sun here. There's also a bayou if I want to like make sure that this is like the thing is like the black could be real here and we just end up with three
So
colors.
Green Sun, quick confirm. Green Sun's only fetches green creatures.
Correct. That's why I'm not.
Okay, we want Bayou then.
Let's get the mono base. Yeah, let's get the mono base for this deck down like flat. So we have junk. We are junk.
Sweet. We're junk. Yes.
Yes. All right.
Well, being junk.
Sure. I mean, Tanglewire is also really strong too.
Tanglewire is best in really aggressive decks.
Yeah, Tristani, and then also I'm good with this. This is again.
I think we want the Tristani, right? Like Spectral Procession, Angel of Invention, Elish Norn, Lingering Souls. We can be a tokens plan, right?
I thought about taking this the first time around.
Right?
Rockwool. Kodamo's reach below the cut. Everson's Pilgrim.
That might be what we actually want. Like, it looks like it sucks, right? Compared to all this powerful stuff. Like, a Gearhulk, a Titan, the biggest of Eldrazi, Bitter Blossom, Brainstorm, but we want, like...
Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
Avacyn's Pilgrim.
I'm not gonna lie. Maybe we do want Bitter Blossom.
I would be okay picking Bitter Blossom over Avacyn's Pilgrim. I do like ramping. Ramping is better when you have pumps, which we do in Tristani, Discordant, and Angel of Invention and Elish Norn. It pods into a 2 that we don't currently have.
Yeah, like Wall of Omens is the card I kind of want back for the pod thing. The thing is, this works really well with this like token theme, which has kind of become the stronger theme of the deck.
I think we should pick it. In particular, because there are other Avacyn's Pilgrims, there are not other Bitter Blossoms.
Correct.
Spirit
Heliod is not shouting to me in any way because we have Anthem, and like there's like a lot of other cards I'd rather have first. Okay, that's Karn, Thraben, Spectre, Time Warp. Crater Hoof is a finisher.
Crater Hoof would be better if we already had a bunch of Avacyn's Pilgrims. It could just be Karn. Yeah. Just have our like draw engine. That's something that we lack right now. Also, Karn can create creatures.
Yeah, the other thing in here,
not like we're not picking a creature.
Is like, I don't know if Geddon is what we really.
I don't think we want Geddon.
Okay, what about Monolith? Is that worth it?
Look at all our top end. We might want Monolith. I would pick Monolith before Geddon flat.
Yeah.
With what we've already picked.
So I think it's between the two colorless cards in my mind then, because like the Monolith works very well with getting up to this stuff up here. Karn is also, as you say, very good at just getting us cards.
Kind of works well with everything that we have. Like Monolith can tap for a birthing pod.
Sure. Let's go ahead and pick that up and get ourselves something going big. Okay.
All right. Elf Soul Ring.
Yeah. Yes. Let's pick up the. This is the one drop, the best one drop, right? Like.
I was about to say, okay, no, we got some good planeswalkers.
Yeah.
Or like thinking about like a value plan or like a protection thing. It's like, but Soul Ring.
Right.
And yeah, like you don't always get to play Vintage Cube, but sometimes you do.
Yep, and like there's Dynamo as well, but Dynamo's not.
Yeah.
Vivian be cool. Vivian's plus is like top 4, grab a creature land. Minus is like kill any weird thing you need killed, and then the emblem, which is pretty easy to get to, is a strong Anthem with indestructibility on it. So, all right. Thragtusk is the immediate card that screams pod plan. Path is here, though.
So we have Thragtusk, Path, and Ranger. The Ranger is this big value game with Birthing Pod, but we don't have good ones. And I don't think we can pick up as many good ones as other decks because we're green-white. Thragtusk is obviously excellent. We want to pair that with good 4s, which we don't have any of right now. But if we end up in the lurch, then we just sort of cast Thragtusk and we're cool.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of interaction, which is a reason to pick Path to Exile over Thragtusk, though.
Yeah, because the thing with Thragtusk, too, is that Thragtusk's pod is actually, like, we go pod Thragtusk into Green Warden. Green Warden has a E-Witness on come into play. pick up the Thragtusk again, get the 3/3 from Thragtusk, like, God.
So we're gonna draw a birthing pod every game and be good. It'll be great.
It's fine. What is this?
That's a good 4. Damn.
Afterlife 2, huh? All right. That actually can fit really well in this. The other thing I was looking at was like, there's like, I'm not honestly like too huge on this Liliana. It's fine because it's got to reanimate on the -3, like, you know, +2 make a guy. But like, as we said, we don't have. That's the flip on Legion's Landing. Make a 1/1 lifelink. It becomes a land. It's a very popular.
The flip is attack with 3 creatures. I think we're gonna have a hard time flipping Legion's Landing.
Oh,
like I guess if we like cast.
We have a lot of different ways to
make things. Yeah, like if you cast a Spectral Procession, then great. But I'm trying to think of a reason to not pick that, and it comes down to Yavimaya.
Yeah, right. It's like Yavi Elder, which is fine with Pod. Like, Elder's a fine Pod. The thing that makes me like Wake a lot is that one of the big things of our deck is that it's like heavy token based, and Wake always, like, obviously it's got the Anthem, but the double mana on Wake means that like if we get Decree in any way, you know, Decree of Justice, or like make X 1/1 lifelinkers, or, you know, any sort of X-Mans, you know, we're real good.
Yep.
Another sword, land, tax, explore, and that's about it in this pack, unless we want an Evolving Wilds.
So, can we pick land tax? Is this... I don't think we need another sword. Explore is kind of a filler thing.
Explore is like, well, Explore might be worthwhile because look at this top end we have going on.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Like, we might want the ability to cast this stuff earlier.
All right. I admit. Like, Explore can ramp you, land tax cannot.
Yeah. Oh, definitely land tax is really powerful. I'm like,
no, it is. It's just, it's powerful in a deck where you want to have a big hand. And what on earth is this? It's like 4 planeswalkers.
Walker.
Look at all these people. No one wants you guys. Get the hell out of here.
So Sorin is actually, I think I was looking at the Baloth, but then like Sorin actually steps a lot more towards what we want, right?
Yeah,
like
we are a junk. He is excellent with the tokens plan. He can just make an emblem right away, and then all of your flying creatures get +1/+0.
Yeah, because we have the Thragtusk, I'm not super necessary on the Obstinate Baloth. Yes!
Holy crap.
Yes!
I was about to fist pump over Temple Garden coming back, but like Pilgrim coming back.
Looking at this pack, like, okay, Temple Garden comes back, Spears here, Wall of Omens would probably be, like, I'd be okay with that, because that's a fine early pod target. Like, you play it and you pod 3. Wow, even Mimic Vat is actually a pretty strong card. But we definitely want, like, our deck is very top-heavy, so we want... Oh, hi. Again, ain't it nice to see the, like, secondary cards we were planning on picking anyway?
All right, I no longer know what is going on.
That's good. That's good. That's good for us. That means we're in the correct plan, right?
Making it back, I guess. I just... Why would you not want Karn?
Okay. Do we want a Necrotol?
That's a value creature for pod.
And removal, like, that's interaction.
Like, really what we need are, like, 2s and 3s. I guess we have Wood Elves for 3.
We need more stuff right here. That's absolutely
like,
what's missing.
What kind of creature at 2 cost could possibly...
We are not drafting against robots. We're drafting against people who are clearly nowhere near the plan we're in, right? Like, that's... Like, nobody's in this... Like, I mean, obviously, we're in a pretty narrow band, but nobody's trying to do some sort of token thing. It's pretty obvious. I'll take this Liliana, sure. Or maybe I want Tech Edge, actually.
Could we do Bloodghast, actually?
Oh, for pod?
Because he's a 2, yeah, and he comes back.
Sure. I think it's going to be hard to cast double black.
It's fine. He's super marginal.
Yeah.
Right, that was a marginal pick, but we currently lack 2s flat. So
Okay.
I wanted him for that reason.
Assassin's Trophy. Oh, if we want.
Fauna Shaman is a 2 that sort of fits into our plan. Coalition Relic also to like ramp to our bigger things.
Yeah.
It's really good. I don't think we need Primus. Chupacabra would also be fine. It's similar to Necrotal.
Yeah, it's like a Necrotal that can't fail.
Yeah.
I need to read the text on this thing. Vigilance, Lifelink, Bounce, Power Tone, Switch. Okay. Sure. So Assassin's Trophy, Fauna Shaman, Chupacabra, Coalition Relic, and then like below that, like Primus. But so what do you feel here? I like Fauna Shaman as a way to like fix.
I think we should pick it. We currently have no 2s. Like Bloodghast isn't like we're trying not to play that.
Yeah.
But like Fauna Shaman works well with Bloodghast. You can discard Bloodghast, get whatever you want, play a land, get Bloodghast back, pod the Bloodghast into something bigger. It just basically works with like spending a creature to get a better creature.
Yeah, let's go with that because it worked. Hey, how you doing?
Oh wow!
It's a little.
I don't think
you're too late, buddy.
We can't play that. So Wall of Blossoms, Treasure Map, Vampire Nighthawk, Cultivator. What I'm looking at.
Yeah, maybe even. Parallax Wave. I'm honestly, there's a lot of cards in here I'd be like okay with, right? Like, there's nothing in here that screams like perfect, but like a lot of things in here that I'm like, yeah, that's real. So like Wall of Blossoms.
It's weird, but I think I like Wall of Blossoms the best based on our like creature value plan. That is definitely creature plus value, and it fills a slot that we don't have a lot of.
Right. Again, we talked about
right
2s
now.
and 3s being an issue, and like, hell, maybe I table this Cultivate and I feel okay, or even like Treasure
like
Map.
we could table Cultivate, Mindstone, Treasure Map, Toxic Deluge, Vampire Nighthawk, and be happy. Like we have a whole lot to table.
Okay,
Wow.
I'm actually, there's a lot in this pack that's
Holy crap.
speaking.
Yeah.
So Prime Time, Devoted Druid, which is hella ramp, Venerated Loxodon, which, you know, works on the token plan as a pseudo anthem. Sword, Go for the Throat as more interaction, Oust as more interaction, Drana on the token plan too. Like,
yeah, there's almost too much in this pack.
Yeah, I'm
like you could Devoted Druid, untap Devoted Druid again, sacrifice him because he's spent, get a thing, have a bunch of mana, I don't know. Go for the Throat might be the thing that we have the least of. Venerated Loxodon is great.
The thing I like about Venerated Loxodon is that Venerated Loxodon is a 5 that can come down much earlier and, like, you know, Anthem our team and then, like, just head into a pod.
Oh my god, we can, pod that dude.
Oh god. I think we can be. Wait, tokens plus big body is like that's the Venn diagram of this card, right?
Can we just recurring nightmare?
Yeah, like
is that okay?
Yeah, that's literally the Venn diagram of what we are, right? Like
Caracas is nowhere near to the pick based on a recurring nightmare being in here. You guys, come on.
Yeah.
Almost every creature we have at all has some kind of ETB value.
Even Great Urchin, Tristani does.
Great Urchin has even a card that we're not playing.
Yeah, so we have a lot of things, and like obviously like really strong cards, like some more fixing. I like Caracas a lot; it's a good card.
Yeah, by no means do I mean to call it like a bad card, but the Recurring Nightmare is the ultra value.
Anguished Unmaking is the Martial Coup as well. That's the
there's frankly not super a lot in this pack. Doom Whisperer, Anguished Unmaking, Martial Coup, Thoughtseize, Terastodon are things that we could possibly take at all. I kind of want I don't know. I don't know what I want. This is hard.
For me, Thoughtseize is the piece we don't have anything of. Like,
it's a kind of an interaction. I guess that's help slow the game down for most games, and that's good for us because then we get to make use of our things that generate value. We get to make our own land drops.
Yeah, like all of our fixes for that color. So Yeah, you doing Sin Collector, which is another, I guess, sort of similar piece to Thoughtseize. Iona, the Entomb to go with Iona.
So I kind of want to pick Bloodline Keeper. He makes tokens. That's
Okay,
good for us.
that's
right?
actually pretty real. Windburst Heights isn't unreasonable either.
Yeah, we have a lot of tokens.
And a lot of ways to, and a lot of things that are like high payoff off it, like Wake coming off that mid combat. I kind of
Want to go to that?
yeah.
Like we have a lot of creatures.
Let's table this keeper. It'll be fine.
Okay. We'll table. We should not table Bloodline Keeper.
Thanks.
Oh wow!
Wow!
Wow! Wow! Wow! Wow! Wow! Wow!
Wow! Okay,
like,
so. Oof.
Isamaru, Elves of Deep Shadow, Liliana, Vraska's Contempt, and Kitchen Finks are all things we could pick. This is a deep pack.
Yeah, because like Pod with Finks is really strong. Elves is one of our, again, like perfect style fixing. I don't think I would pick Izamaru over the Elves here. With the Finks, is that something we?
Let's go with Finks. We don't have a lot of good creatures at 3.
Actually, it takes some more fixing.
I think we want Overgrown Tomb more than we want Beast Whisperer. Like our card generation and value comes from all of our Enter the Battlefield effects.
Yeah.
So we're kind of covered for that, but we're not necessarily covered for being able to cast our spells. And so Overgrown Tomb is great for that.
Yeah.
And not only that, but like you can't pod Beast Whisperer into anything good, right? Like you have to cast something to get value off of that.
Right. Well, you're potting away a 4 that doesn't do anything high. Let's.
Wow. Yes.
Huh.
We're definitely in the right plan.
Oh, definitely. That's really great. Chupacabra is answer any creature with a strong pod ability. Trophy is answer anything with like a one-shot ability.
Yeah.
Kind of think this is more...
Let's pick the Chupacabra. We like creatures in this deck.
Yeah, this is obviously a great card, but like...
Right.
Oh, sweet. Let me get back a couple things
Wave
here.
Deluge, Map, Nighthawk. Wow.
Of the things here, I honestly think Deluge is the one we don't have anything of. Also, Parallax Wave could be killer in our deck, too.
It could be, like, just nonsense in our deck.
Right, like, okay.
Fade away their guys, kill some tokens, reset Finks, reset Chupacabra.
Let's go with that.
I want Wave more than... Wave is far more nonsense than Toxic Deluge, so I want that instead.
We'll find a way to cut this down. Drana is a more aggressive. Carnage Tyrant's just hard to kill, and Oust is a little bit more interaction.
Drana is kind of good with the tokens plan, right?
Yeah, +1/+1 on all attackers.
It's weirdly an Anthem. It's the Anthem in black. What the hell?
Sweet. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Honestly, at this point, like, this is really good as like a pod thing, but honestly, I feel like we're doing a little bit... We're going to be cutting so much, I'd rather have lands that I'm...
What we want is a second birthing pod. Can we have that?
Thank you. Thank you.
I know that we can't, but can we have that?
Yeah, right, like, the soldier's fine is like really strong with Recurring Nightmare, but so is every other card in our deck. Like, hey...
You wield Bloodline Keeper, you fraud! Get out of here!
Here's the thing I've learned about Bloodline Keeper. Nobody respects Bloodline Keeper.
Oh my god! All right, I'll be back.
All right, well,
I'm taking a breather.
All right, I'm gonna figure out how to cut cards because here's the cool thing. I have a Star of Extinction and like I don't know, like an Animate Dead and some stuff on the sideboard that I don't want to play, but yeah, like I said when earlier. We're getting a lot of really powerful final picks because we are in a deck that nobody else is in. We drafted where everyone else is fighting for blue for other things other than us. You can see, like, for instance, white is actually pretty cut here comparatively. We actually ended up in green-black almost exclusively with some pretty strong white stuff. So like white is the part that's actually the stronger side of things. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put. I'm just gonna go ahead and put everything up here, and we're gonna do this build. So, we want Tree Speaker. We want that. All right. So main plans of this deck look like Podge, Fauna Shaman, and Recurring Nightmare. This is like what I consider our core. Our secondary is the fact that we have so many anthem effects. Mary's Wake, Angel of Invention, etc. So yeah, this is League. The 8-person ones take forever to fire, so I don't go in them. They take like 30 minutes if you don't catch them at the right time. Thoughtseize. Let's put in the Chupacabra, Sorin, Thragtusk, Angel, Tristani. Okay. Lingering Souls. What else? Explore you. Wake. I don't know if this could fit in the deck. Spectral Procession's a bit of an issue. We have Concealed Courtyard, Isolated Chapel, Stirring Wildwood. Like, we have white fixing, but triple white in a 3-color deck is hard. Like, Lingering Souls is the much, much, much easier one. I'm adding over 23, don't worry. We're just... I think Bloodghast is a little too low for me to want that. Grey Merchant ain't coming in. I think that triple white's... Well, the thing is, it's not triple white in the sense that, like, if I don't have triple white, I can't cast it. It means that it costs, like, 4 or 5 mana. And the trick with Spectral Procession is that it's actually a fair card at, like, 4 or 5 mana. Sword... I think Martial Coup and Parallax Wave are more things I want on my sideboard. Liliana is... fine. I actually think I'm okay with what's in the main right now.
All right, I've returned.
All right, I've kind of got us to, like, close to a deck. We still need some cuts from what we have at the moment. And we still have some cards on the top that are, like, considerations to move in, but... Like... The main thing is,
Okay.
like, are their effects. I'm... For one, I'm wondering, like, we have Bone Shredder, Necrotol, Chupacabra. That might be overkill.
Right. I think, at the very least, Chupacabra and Necrotol are at odds, right? Like, one of them's got to go.
Yeah. So let's do that, and like we might be able to keep Bone Shredder in that, or maybe not. Hey, come on, we made 10 cuts in the time that Kaz wasn't here. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, considering how many things like we have and love, like,
yeah, like
holy shit.
Some of these being on the side is more like, look, this is a card I want, like Parallax Wave and Martial Coup and Necrotol are cards I want in more specific matchups.
Do we need to go bigger? God.
Right. Or like Liliana can come in aggressive matchups. Karn can come in more grindy matchups. Like we can play Karn and try to draw out. Yeah, we have a Bone Shredder.
Yeah. Okay. I really, God, do I hate to say this. Are we gonna cut Sword of Body and Mind? I really don't want to. We're so creature heavy, we can always equip it, and it wins games just by connecting once. I don't want to cut it, but my God.
Yeah, we even have a lot of evasive creatures to hang out. Like, we have so many incidental 1/1 flyers as part of this. We have that. We have Seraph of the Scales make some.
Wait, does Bone Shredder fly?
Bone Shredder flies.
Oh my god!
One of the things I like about Loxodon is that Loxodon is like a 5 that's really good with pod because it can come down.
It's one of the first things that we can cast for like double spell on a turn.
Mm-hmm.
Like we cast like Lingering Souls or wait, what happened to the other one?
The problem I have with Spectral Procession is actually triple white. In a 3 because
you're right. Yeah.
Mostly what it was I was looking at the left side of my deck and it's like green, black, green, black, green, green, black, 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 green. Oh, a white card. Green, black, green. Like the white became our splash pretty quickly.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sad. I'm sad about it too.
I was about to say Spectral Procession into Venerated Loxodon is this super power turn. We're just like, actually, Spectral Procession was free because it created mana for this. Yeah.
Yeah, even like Lingering Souls Flashback is the same way, right? Like,
yeah, it's kind of free. Okay, you're right. You kept the better card in.
Yeah, I think
that.
The Loxodon is something that's on my like on the edge for me. I don't know, like.
Right. Well, I think Drana is on the edge. She's hard to cast. She only works after you already have tokens down, which is not a guarantee for us. She doesn't work with either Recurring Nightmare or Birthing Pod super well. Like, we don't want to pod out of her, right? And we kind of don't want to pod into her. We just want to pod into, like, Finks or Bone Shredder, right?
Right, like, our pods here are, like, Finks, Bone Shredder, Seraph is probably fine to pod out of because of the Afterlife.
Oh, the Afterlife, yeah.
And then, like, Thragtusk, Trostani and Angel are really good pods because they're free tokens.
I feel like all of our anthems are sticking, so Mirari's Wake is sticking, especially since we have huge things. Like, we have a lot to do with our mana, right? We just cast a bigger thing, activate our pod, which requires...
The only thing that makes me sad about Drana out is that Drana might be the best creature in the deck holding that sword.
Yeah.
Right? Like...
I mean, having flying and first strike is good to buff up.
And then I think here the other card needs to be one of our 5s, something like that, to take out. Like,
well, Venerated Loxodon is not a 5.
Right.
I don't think we're ever paying full price. If we're paying full price for that, we get a 4/4. That sucks. We're never doing that. Come on.
I'm keeping Norn in here for sure. Yeah. Norn is like the ender. This is like remove your opponent's board, win. This is Drana's best sword wielder, and then...
Like, we can go a lot lower. If we need to get faster, we can cut a lot of top end and be like, okay, Drana in, Liliana in, maybe even like Bloodghast in, even though he doesn't block, like whatever. Like, we can go lower if we need.
Oh yeah, we definitely we have a lot of ways to go lower. That's actually, we have a lot of ways to go like heavy black and then like Gray Merchant for 9, like,
right. That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
So we have awesome sideboard plans. Shit. This is not a 16 land deck. We have to make a cut.
Yeah, this is you can see this curve up top, and it's like we want to be playing this curve on time. So
Explore.
Like with all these things, I love having explore those.
I know.
It's like, oh,
it's yeah. Okay. Thragtusk?
Having to cut Thragtusk would be just dreadful. It's like, oh, there's so many things that make Thragtusk look real good with like Nightmare and Pod.
What about Trostani then? Like,
I was thinking maybe the Angel instead of Trostani.
The Angel.
They're
it's
almost
one of our only
similar.
ways to gain life, right? Like, what else do we have in the life gain capacity? I guess Trostani makes lifelink tokens. That's fine.
Seraph doesn't.
Seraph can Pump, Thragtusk gains life, Kitchen fixes it. Okay, we have plenty of life gain. Fine. You can cut the Angel.
Yeah. I feel like we've got a real hard like choice on a lot of these. Oh, also, so Windburst Heights is gonna look real dumb with like Hellish Norn, Anthem, just all sort. We have so many things that Windburst is really good with.
It'll be great.
All right, bad basics. Yeah. So how much white do we have? Windburst Heights, Stirring Wildwood, Chapel, Courtyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sources for 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we actually probably need that. Okay, we actually probably need that last basic. That's a plains. Doing the counting, because like all this stuff appears actually multicolor white.
Right.
The green is necessary as we have so much of this early game. Like our early game is just our green. Like that's how we live and progress. And then like the white is our late game. It's all of our tokens, anthems. All right, let's roll.
Yeah, we have Wall of Blossoms to literally draw cards, and then hopefully our valuable things amount to drawing cards. Something like Derogatory Speaker or Avacyn's Pilgrim kind of counts as extra cards if you then get like a big thing.
This hand does
opener
nothing.
Sucks, but
this hand does nothing.
Damn.
Like we're fighting a like what a 75-year-old Luigi, and we can't keep a hand like this against 75-year-old Luigi. Yeah, let's.
I mean, yeah. Bone Shredder at least comes out early.
Okay, and like Seraph is something that needs to be double answered. We both mulled. We're both on 6.
All right, one of those games where you pay the echo cost for Bone Shredder. Let's see that. Oh my, huh? All right, paying the echo cost for Bone Shredder.
Okay. So yeah, Seraph's really good as a 4/3 flyer with all these abilities. Okay. Put it on some sort of control strategies, most likely with this, setup over there. No end step fetch. No end step fetch tells me they're digging for lands, right?
Yeah, they want to draw lands.
Yeah,
which they did not do. All right. So that's good for us.
I'm gonna cast Sword.
Yeah, we don't have to cast Bone Shredder if they don't have a thing to kill.
If this gets countered, maybe that means Seraph gets to resolve, Also, if it forces them to pop that fetch, lower chance of them drawing lands. So.
Very marginal, but yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it lowers the
Tundra
odds.
Plateau. I'm gonna give a shout out to Tundra plus Plateau. That's
nice. Remand. All right, is it charm?
It is a charm, man.
So they had to fetch for that.
That's fair. That's fine. That's a 1-for-1. We don't mind 1-for-1s because we have so much like value generation things in our deck.
So right now they have 14 lands left in their deck, assumedly. I'm assuming 17, but obviously a deck that like this might be higher.
I think they could be 18. Like if they're really all about the control and like counter spells and sweepers, then going to 18 makes a lot of sense. Oh man. Drop Plateau Tundra. Whoa. Damn.
Nice lands.
Whoa. The wizard of the old school.
Like fetches and duels. That's all you need.
This opponent is like a combinatorics problem waiting to happen. Look at all this. I feel like I'm back in probability class.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try leading with Wood Elves instead.
Yeah. I'm even gonna
Like, we're under zero pressure, right?
I'm gonna allow them to daze if that works, because I do want to play the Stirring Wildwood on the turn.
Mm.
But I'm
Yeah,
also
trading
going.
wood elves for days is fine.
Yeah, I'm also going to do this before playing the land because that incentivizes them to spend the counter because it's like, oh, they're looking for land, right? Like, if they spend the counter here, that's great. Like, you know.
If they do that, though, we've been pantsed.
Yeah.
That wouldn't change anything, frankly. Like,
No.
Vendilion Click already trades for Seraph, weirdly, so...
I guess it's a Bone Shredder target. Looking at our hand, so... Like, yeah, Luigi has been playing since 1944 and has the land to show for it. Oh, thank you.
Do you want to play that instead of Stirring Wildwood, or...?
I actually think I don't, because I don't want to, like, let our opponent know what the draw was, right? Like...
Alright, well...
Also, Stirring Wildwood can block Vendilion Click, so...
That's kind of sweet. It becomes a 3/4 reach, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I remembered the reach part. I did not remember the 3/4 part. So that was a guess.
Okay, opponent on 4, and obviously their hand right now is gas. They missed... When your opponent misses land drops, it's always important to note, like, that does mean the cards in their hand are non-lands. So we can expect plays of relative quality out of our opponent.
Yeah, they have Cryptic mana up.
4-color Cryptic deck.
I mean, wow. Explore is kind of some good for us, huh?
Yeah. Let's combat first. I don't know why they do something to stop. Like maybe they resto, you know, maybe. I should stop saying cards aloud, right? Oh! Containment Priest. Okay, that's actually fine. Again, that lowers, like, how much mana our opponent has available to them here. And, like, this is a pretty non-body.
Like, them eating wood elves is not that big a deal for us. One Explorer. Whoa. Wow, that proves that we tapped wrong.
Yeah, on our we shuffle. I think I'm gonna take the Bone Shredder here. Because that lets us, like, free roll attack 3 creatures and, like, pull this out pre-blockers. Right?
Yeah. That's a dirty surprise.
Yeah, out of nowhere. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. This does, like,
that does cast.
yeah,
right?
this is like old wording where they didn't use the word cast between play, but like, yeah.
Yeah, I think that works. Watch it not actually work.
I'm really happy to have Thoughtseize right now. Our opponent, as I mentioned, our opponent should have gas going right now, and like Thoughtseize means that I can like both confirm. Oh, I play the Echo. We have 8 mana. I'm paying the Echo 1,000 times. Paying life. Dismember? No, copy. This is a Metamorph. Metamorph or Seraph? You left up the wrong mana if you wanted to do that.
I mean, it's the best thing on the battlefield.
Oh.
No.
No, they
wanted to make their Delver.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
Yeah, serving with that is kind of free.
Yeah, I don't really want to block with that because I'd rather have my Seraphs
Right.
trade.
Seraph's bumping on All right, so our thing is making sure the coast is clear and then setting up to block with Stirring Wildwood, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
We sure are on the lands. Let's see what's going on here.
I mean, our lands also turn into dudes, so that's kind of cool. Wow!
And a card that costs double green. Look at the... Our opponent is incredible! Like, okay, Verdict in a deck with 1,000 creatures with Izzet Charm on the splash, Baloth's on the splash as well. I think we just get rid of the Baloths because, like,
we're currently kind of behind on board, and we have manlands, so if they want a Wrath, that's good for us.
Yeah. Do we want a Vigilant Serve?
So if we Vigilant Serve, they bounce with the Seraph. We both get tokens. Tokens trades for either Delver or...
Well, the thing is, like, any of the flyers ever attacking is really...
I think we do. I think we do serve. All right. Ready to ball.
Also, 2 tokens in play is Windburst Kites. So... But wow, I also would love, like, Elesh Norn right about now. We have a lot of good top decks because we have a lot of good top end.
Yeah. I mean, we play Elesh Norn and they play Supreme Verdict. Like, that's what happens.
Sure. But that's fine. And then everything's, like, clean. All right, Delver will let us know what our opponent's draw is before anything bad happens. If it is indeed a flip, it's a miss, which means it's not an instant, not a sorcery. They've either drawn, and it was land.
It was island. Okay, so we know they have Supreme Verdict in hand.
Yep. Recurring Nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, peeling Recurring Nightmare would be kind of good. Maybe our opponent doesn't understand how manlands work and they just serve and don't really... Okay.
Please.
They're
serve
please
it.
do this.
Serve it.
Do it. Do it!
Yes!
Seraph is a bad trade. Yeah! By the way, this thing has reach. Eat it.
Kablam!
You have Supreme Verdict in hand. That's your only card. We know that we're blowing you out.
Now, like, if they're gonna wrath this...
Well, I mean, maybe not a blowout, just sort of a...
But, like,
imagine
the world where they wrath this to kill our creature land here, where it's like, okay, we just get rid of Stirring Wildwood, but then we both have these tokens, we get to do our Bone Shredder, or they're out of cards in hand, we're even. Like, Stirring Wildwood is incredible here. Thanks, Stirring Wildwood Wrath.
They're not going to
pull the trigger.
Supreme.
Pull the trigger!
No, they won't.
Bang, bang, bang. Come on. Do it. Do it!
Oh my god! No! Luigi, don't do it!
They are like looking at...
God.
They've got the gun right there, and they're thinking so hard about this wrath.
Come on, Luigi! We have a card in hand, you don't know. Alright.
Okay. Alright.
It's kind of a nothing. I guess we can, like, play it and level it up.
We still play it because we want to get creatures enough to, like, win Brisk without Seraph Death.
Great. Or if, like, we trade with Seraph and then we have Derogatory Speaker, we can... Then, like, that's together a win Brisk.
Right.
Do we serve first? Like, that worked out so well for us last time. I don't see why...
We're both at 12, like...
anything should have changed.
Right. The current situation is that we don't want to win Brisk, but it's... Like... What if the world happens where our opponent top decks Lyra Dawnbringer or Baneslayer Angel, right? Like, I want to be able to do it. Okay. Afterlife for everybody, Afterlife for everybody. Play and level up the Tree Speaker. I don't even know if I want to do that anymore.
Right?
I don't want to incentivize the wrath anymore.
Yeah, maybe we just hold her. Maybe she ends up being a pod into a 2.
Sure.
Because we have so much mana already.
Or like a recurring nightmare or something.
Like we already sort of have.
So recurring nightmare is bad against this, by the way. Yeah. Yeah. They do have the answer to the card. We haven't shown them yet. Let's go ahead and just pass it back. Yeah, forcing the wrath might honestly be good. You're not wrong. Daze has entered the reveal. Nice! Okay, they drew an irrelevant as hell card right there. That's great.
Yeah, I think we have enough mana to play around Daze.
Yeah.
Yo, want to serve with the... Oh, man, what?
So this is they want a wrath, right?
They want a wrath. Man. I almost don't know how I feel about that, but yeah.
I'm just gonna trade, block, and if they want a wrath 2 for 1, be my guest. Right? Like, if they really want a wrath, like, for their Containment Priest and their Wrath of God for Stirring Wildwood, sure.
Yeah. No, that's good. They are terrified of what we have under Windbrisk Heights. That's what this tells me.
Indeed.
They're like, no way do I want to see what's under that. Wait, what?
Really?
Oh! Well, let me tell you why you're wrong. It's Sorin, Lord of Innistrad.
Okay, Sorin down, Do
you want to also play out our hand? We could, like, Plains plus Derogatory Speaker leaves us Stirring Wildwood activation. And then we have Vampire plus Derogatory Speaker. They have Wrath and Daze in hand.
Yeah, they're dazing Sorin here.
I mean, they shouldn't, but if they do that, that changes what plays I want to make.
Right. So we pay the 1 and then just Tree Speaker activate.
I kind of want to leave Wildwood up.
We can do that too.
Do I want to leave Wildwood up? I don't know. God.
Sure, let's leave Wildwood up.
Maybe we finally get them to make your Containment Priest plus your Wrath for our creature land.
Yeah, we know their hand, so we saw the days off of a revealed card from not Sorin, from a...
Okay, well, exciting. We no longer know their hand.
Yeah.
Plus Sorin pass. That's kind of what I want.
Yeah.
Like, now we have 2 different man lands. We could just sort of chill. Derogatory Speaker doesn't get us all that much, but it could help us rebuild after a large cataclysmic event that our opponent has in hand. I don't know.
Yeah. Honestly, next turn I kind of want to minus Sorin.
That seems fine.
And start getting in with some 2/1 vampires. Leave back Stirring Wildwood.
We'll have the emblem for the rest of the game.
Yeah, even if Sorin gets answered by O-Ring or something. Yeah, we could 11 mana 0/4, right? That's or 1/4, 2/4 even. Oh my goodness. What if this is the strongest Derogatory Speaker?
Elves you control have this.
Yes.
All of our elves. Okay, thanks for showing us Steam Vents.
Okay.
So they have Supreme Verdict and 1 unknown.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to serve.
Because I would double block.
Okay.
How scared of this thing are they?
pretty damn scared. Little do they know that we have an answer under it, not a value generation engine. So we get to protect our value generation engine with the tokens that it created. Okay. Cool. Hell yes. Stirring Wildwood on the warpath. The land will rise up and destroy you. What's the other card in your hand other than Supreme Verdict?
That'd be nice to know.
Is it like swords? Are you gonna swords our Stirring Wildwood?
Path it.
No? Okay. It is kind of nice that we have this symmetry about, like they're at 12 and then 8 and then 4 and then dead.
Yeah.
Behold the levels. Check out my cool level up mechanic. May as well do it again because we don't have anything to do with the mana.
Level up. We got our level 3 Jiraga Tree Speaker. Next turn we can go up to level 5.
We managed to create a 2/2 with
7 mana bear.
7 mana.
7 mana bear.
I don't think they have to verdict away Jiraga Tree Speaker. That's kind of a joke.
Well, the problem is, they're just dead to my, like, land activations, right? Like...
Little did you know, like, the Golgari land is also here. At long fucking last.
Late to the party.
Okay. So we know they have Supreme Verdict and one unknown still they've had for a while.
And I'm going to attack them for lethal.
Yeah, okay. An irrelevant card.
Cool.
Sweet.
All right, 4 colors, real 4 colors.
I'm trying to think of what irrelevant card they could have had. They were playing lands. Maybe they just bricked a bunch.
Yeah, well, honestly,
they drew a bunch of lands.
Well, we saw like a 6-drop, right? They might have just drawn something too expensive. Yeah, just the brick. Well, what in the hell have we learned? Stirring Wildwood is a real card. It's a very powerful land that turns into a creature. Like, obviously that whole cycle was strong, but Stirring Wildwood gets the job done. What do we want for sideboard?
Manlands are already pretty good against them, as are Planeswalkers.
Yeah.
We could bring in more Planeswalkers.
Do we want Necrotal? Like, they showed a decent number of just creatures. Right? Like, and black was the one color they weren't.
But we had this Bone Shredder in the pocket for like forever.
True.
And we didn't even have a use for it. I don't know.
Anything that's bad?
Fucking Thoughtseize is fine against them. Things like Tree Speaker, Explorer, Wall of Blossoms, Fauna Shaman are fine. I think the Bone Shredder and Ravenous Chupacabra that we have will also find targets.
Yeah.
Everything seems... I don't know of a thing that's bad against them.
Then let us roll it back. Yeah, we got the... Oh. Yes.
We get to start on Tree Speaker. That's cool. Maybe they daze it. If they daze it, that's kind of bad for us, but...
This fixes black. Or actually it fixes both, right? Like we have Temple Garden.
Oh, here it comes.
Daze me.
Are you ready to get dazed?
Oh, I'm ready.
Are you ready for the razzle dazzle? Because I think it's coming.
Show it to me. No.
Oh, okay.
Completely safe.
All right.
Lingering Soul's answers Delver like pretty clean, which is nice.
Okay, they didn't even flip it, which is great for us.
Okay.
Colonnade is also great for us.
And they're
Could find
too.
answers to that later. They didn't even want to serve. Whoa, really? You did into our Jiraga tree speaker? In no world were we ever going to block with our soul ring. Are you kidding me? They passed up damage.
Yep.
They
Well, the thing is, what that tells me is that they value their Delver higher than they think we value our tree speaker, right? Like they think that this is more important than the 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, that makes me think that they are wrong.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Sure.
Now, granted, they don't know the composition of our hand or deck, but I'm still pretty confident that they are wrong. Watch them serve now.
Well, this is a 1-2 now.
I know.
Oh, there's no way.
It's an even bolder move, and I still wouldn't block. Well, now.
So Wood Elves can grab a land and we can just play Lingering Souls. And then set up for Wake next turn.
Sure. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah. We do know the contents of their deck. We played a game against them before. How would we not know the cards in their deck? They showed Vendilion clicking a number of other creatures.
We know a great number of cards in their deck.
Alright, that resolves. Good.
For instance, I know that their deck contains Daze unless they boarded it out like some kind of...
And this is the card I would love to see a like counter used on, right? Like
yeah, use it on our flashback card.
Yep. So next turn I just get to play Wake or Sword of Body and Mind. Yeah, they don't know about our They don't know about our like oh hey, it flipped and showed us miscalc.
Miscalculation. Well now.
Alright, good info.
They're holding Quench in hand. Got it. Man.
Cyclable Quench.
This is so much better than Quench. God damn, that card is good.
Yep. I can still cast Wake.
Yeah, that's the disgusting part. We have Soul Ring.
We have 7 mana next turn. Like, I'm probably casting Sword if they tap out, but... Is this like Leaf Up Miscalc? Is that what's going on? I want to see like tap 2 and then leave up Miscalc. Okay.
Yeah, no. That was I didn't sacrifice my fetch land yet.
Yeah. Or they want to use the lands from the fetch and leave up something else for the Miscalc. Like, we'll see how this plays out. What this is going to grab the plateau. No.
Wow.
What do you not need red for? What do you need the... Oh, somebody just got owned by an interface.
Oh, shit. So it looks like our opponent is casting Hangerback Walker for 0.
Somebody just got owned by an interface. I'm so sorry.
That's time for the oops emote.
Yeah. Yeah, cast that 0 Manitoba Field Deep. I can almost do both of these on the same turn.
Oh my god, Wood Elves is an elf.
It is.
It's disgusting.
Synergy.
The synergy. Whoa!
They forced
no Bomai for us.
Okay.
Wow.
Level up. Level up. All right,
so we did a great job of stripping cards out of their hand.
Yeah, our discard
partially by them not doing an interface correctly.
Yeah, they got rid of the miscalc for that.
Yeah, they did. So they have 2 unknowns. I guess they have Celestial Colonnade activation, except it would be tapped.
Yeah, one short of being a useful.
Yeah. With force, you exile the card from your hand, so you can't even. So, do you want to use Tree Speaker mana for Wake because Wake adds land mana?
Yeah. And then I think I want to... Just in case.
So we're safe to Daze and Monolake there.
Yeah, Monolake was the one that was... I was like... Oh.
Now we get to level up our guy a bunch. You better trade with the Wood Elves. They could level up into being a powerhouse, right?
Is this the resto?
Beast Within!
Alright.
Whoa! Oh, we could have tapped mana in response. No, wait, level up is sorcery.
Level up
right?
sorcery, so it doesn't...
Okay, never mind. It wouldn't have done anything.
It means I should have leveled before attacking. But I wanted to keep up some sort of threats.
I think we're okay. Like they're almost out of cards. We're probably going to be able to activate Windbrisk Heights.
Yeah, the reason I'm not flashbacking this Lingering Souls is because our opponent has been the opponent to show us Wrath of God. So, you know, don't really want to...
Whoa! All right.
Okay.
Okay.
And on the turn where I don't have 2 spirit tokens to block. Hi.
Nice.
Alright, so they get to hit me twice. Time walk.
That's not that big a deal for us,
Sure,
but man, oh man.
Out of nowhere, hello.
It's very flashy.
Alright, and their final card was a land, which is necessary for them to colonnade.
It's got the speed lines and everything.
They have no cards left in hand.
I mean, they're going to draw one on their extra turn.
Yep.
Probably going to nug us with Celestial Colonnade, if I had to guess.
Yeah, well, that puts us
Unless
on
they
10.
find something better to do with their mana. Which, like, I don't know. I would cast... No, they drew a forest, so never mind. I was about to say... what's the 4/6 Flying Sphinx that draws, like, 1,000,000 billion cards?
Consecrated.
Consecrated Sphinx.
Yeah. They played this land so that they don't have to use Mana Confluence for the activation on their Celestial Colonnade because they didn't want to pay life.
I would absolutely have cast Consecrated Sphinx rather than activating my Celestial.
The other thing is they did show Rampaging Baloth, so holding that is something they probably should do in case they draw that 6/6 Baloth.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I want to play Windbrisk.
I would like any non-land. I think that would be great.
Yeah, there's very few cards that are dead. Even like our early game ones, like I'm not feeling too bad about like even seeing like Avacyn's Pilgrim or something off the top.
Oh wow, a land.
It's fine.
Oops.
So let's top 4. Hi.
Yeah, okay. Shit.
Level up. And I'm going to cast the back half of Lingering Souls here.
Okay. I'm gonna guess that we don't want to serve into their active Celestial Colonnade.
No point.
Like they would just eat our beast token, take 2 damage.
Not 100% certain if there are good reasons not to use that Lingering Souls there. I want to push this back on defense, and I want to just play Elesh Norn next turn and finish this game. Like, we all out next turn, we Elesh Norn, and the game ends.
It's like, right. Come on, Brick.
They did show us the power, but the thing is, like... So if they do sweep us, if they do draw, you know, this is Supreme Verdict off the top, then we're in, like, top deck war versus an opponent with a land that kills us 4 turns. And that's our position. Alright, I don't believe you. I don't believe that the card you drew was anything, so I'm just going to attack all out.
Alright. Time to serve. So, what happens if their thing is a counterspell?
I'm 99% sure it isn't, because they actually had a little paying mana prompt come up here like they were trying to cast something.
Okay, you have knowledge of the. I was trying to get us to think
Yeah.
through like a line, right? Like, because like one of the things that happens is that like, oh, Elish Norn doesn't resolve,
Right.
then this attack looks super sketchy.
That's why I don't believe that unless their card was something
Okay, sure.
unreasonably powerful, but
I think with Elish Norn hitting the battlefield, our opponent cannot win.
pay costs. Is that just activation on Colonnade as a blocker? They can go to 1.
It is sadly it's a 2/2.
Yep, here's the 2/2 Colonnade.
Oh man.
But yeah,
Dark.
but yeah, I every once in a while you get the read on the interface, and that tells you information that you wouldn't have. Well, like maybe you would have in real life, where your opponent goes to like move their lands and then backs off.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. That's true. You might.
But yeah, if they did have a counterspell there, we would have lost our 3/3, lost a 1/1, and hit in for 4. Then had to go like Wall of Blossoms and kind of draw out of this. Speaking of which, I think I'm just gonna hold it back.
Yeah, that's a fine pass.
I feel pretty bad about
Okay.
the interface. Nice.
Tapping Mana Confluence to suicide.
All
Much
right.
respect. So what do you think they did have? Just a creature that wasn't relevant?
I think they had a creature that they were going to play, then realized it died to Elish Norn, and then passed. Like, that's what I think.
I mean, but at that time they didn't know that we had Elish Norn under the
sorry, not Elish Norn. That they thought was weaker than Colonnade blocking.
Okay, no, it was probably Containment Priest then, because they were thinking, okay, I can hold this up
And flash it in.
Yeah, they drew Containment Priest.
Yeah, I like, mainly I think it was a creature weaker than Colonnade, whatever it was.
Celestial Colonnade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they showed plenty of. Like.
Yep.
Okay.
Alpha Frog at 20 wins.
So the sad part of that game was our opponent casting Hangerback Walker for 0.
Yeah.
For no reason. I don't know how much different the game would be. They might have had. Later on, they could have had blockers for our flying creatures, but I don't think that made or broke the game. It is still sad to see. They should have had a 2/2 Hangerback Walker on board,
which could have become a slowly growing, escalating threat.
Yeah, there were plenty of turns where they passed with all their open mana up.
I'm in.
So you don't want to like lead Hissing Quagmire and then Forest Bitterblossom?
Yeah. And like we have some
I like that well enough.
Basically anytime I can play a turn 2 Bitterblossom in like a format where it's like, here's a fair deal. Oh, our opponent has ramp. Oh.
Oh shit. The good creature.
Elish Norn would have killed all the tokens from Hangerback. It wouldn't have killed the Hangerback though, because the Hangerback would have been bigger than 2/2 at that point. Sure. Yep, the obvious play you make with that. Do they have a follow-up? Or they attack for 1? They attack for 1.
Okay. Then having no follow-up is kind of big.
The problem here is that, like, this is, again, it's Soul Ring. Next turn they have 5.
Yeah.
We can ramp pretty quick ourselves. Wood Elves can help
like,
us out.
astonishingly, we want, like, an untapped land. Is that real?
Yeah. An untapped land would be very nice. We could, like, yep, here's a 4-drop out of them.
Like, even if we draw a tapped land, we can play 2 tap lands next turn, and that's kind of good. Oh, God!
Oh, I am very scared of what our opponent has available to them. This is a lot of ramp. This is a lot of ramp. So this is, and then play more ramp.
A morph? Okay, time to look up the Legacy Cube.
Yeah, is it like the one that, like, morphs for Megamorph? Hey, untapped land, okay. So, Wood Elves... Yeah, Den Protector is the one I'm thinking of. So I say we just start getting mana down, and then we can like play Tristani into a
Yeah.
better board. Maybe Elish Norn can just clean up. So.
Oh man, it's not easy to search for like what morphs. Let's just presume it's Exalted Angel.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing I think it is that it's there's a green megamorph creature called Den Protector that is like E-Witness on Morph Up.
Okay, let me check that.
And that's like if it's in green, that was the one that you played.
Not in cube.
Okay.
Den Protector does not exist.
A chroma?
Retachroma?
Yeah, Retachroma. Dragon Lord Atarka, that's big.
Retachroma doesn't exist. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter what their morph is. Their morph is a goddamn Ogre. It doesn't matter because they just played Dragon Lord Atarka and blasted her ass. Oh god.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm gonna stop looking up morph creatures now. I think we die to that.
Necrotol off the top is what we draw, and then everything's okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, we board in Necrotol in this matchup pretty heavily.
I guess Seraph could Death Touch.
We need the 5th land, though.
Right. Yeah, Atarka has Trample.
Yeah, we can't jump this.
So there's Explore, hoping to hit an untapped land into Finks, or Seraph of the Scales and Hold Our Breath.
Yeah, and then they also have an overrun available to them.
Oh, gross. Wait, do we die if we play Seraph of the Scales then? Because
11, 5, 4, so that's 20. Yeah, we die if we play Seraph of the Scales. We die if we play Finks, even. We die to effectively anything our opponent does here. So
cool. Maybe they're bad at math. Can we make the math hard?
So the path I see for us winning is they don't go for an all-out. And next turn we draw land. We get to play Elish Norn, answering everything they've got and getting enough power in the air to block Dragon Lord Atarka because it's a 6/6. That's my only line I see us having any path of victory on. However, they have the auto win on the table if they just attack all out with Garrick doing an overrun.
Right. But that involves a lot of numbers, so we're kind of leaning on that, hoping that Doc B does not count up things, or they have cards in their hand to complicate. They have 3 lands on the table. This is not reasonable.
We need to board in Necrotol for sure. We need to board in. We'll take a look. Maybe we need Drana as like a low-end aggressive threat.
I don't think that would.
No, that doesn't.
No. Drana wouldn't do anything to this board, right?
No, not to this board.
That wouldn't keep their Jiraga Tree Speaker in check.
No, I'm thinking of the Garrick in check, but that doesn't kill Garrick quickly enough.
Yeah.
Like evasive creature, like if it was like Nighthawk or something. If we had Nighthawk, I'd bring that in, but because that would,
Damn.
that would like block Atarka. The problem is that Atarka. Yep. So that's the game.
Okay.
So that's the 20. We take 17 from the attack, and the persist goes on the stack. Cool. We got to learn.
Still had all these.
That's great. Thank you for the information.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you for letting
Doc
me know.
B. Gross.
Even if we went to 1, I have a Bitter Blossom in play.
Yeah.
All right. So we also get to learn. At the end of games, you have to reveal your morphs. So I want show game log.
Wait, Den Protector?
Yeah.
What? That wasn't in the list.
Sure. I mean, I guess it's right here.
Okay, this list is a lie. Cool. Glad about that, I guess.
So Necrotol in.
Okay. Like what we need more than anything else is a way to interact with their ramp.
Yeah, and
So
this is like Necrotol's the only thing we have that
yeah, like
does
we
that.
don't have any kind of like we can't put in another oust or something.
Parallax wave.
I could wait. Can that reset? I don't think that can reset their walker.
No, but it could like it can at least like pull out some of their like ramp creatures and keep them in check. Ugh, this is tough. They have a very strong opener, and like I assume they have more things like a Tarka to play into. Bring these in. We want to keep Chupacabra.
Mm-hmm. Can we take out Seraph then? Because we're putting in another 4.
Yeah, oh, heck, that's
It's
a
kind of
lot.
hard to cast. I know.
Ugh.
Valuable and it can death touch, but their things had trample and shit.
I wonder how many evasive things they have. That's the other thing there is like the locks it on. Okay. Yeah, let's close that up. We don't need this anymore. Would you like to play first? Yes. Sure.
Damn.
That's just a mulligan. This is
Yeah. Like
too
we can
much.
like overgrown tomb in the Thoughtseize and then see that we're doomed.
Yeah, and then we hope that we draw 3 lands running.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh god. Bottom.
Easy bottom. It's alright.
Okay.
Got this. They don't have Derogatory Speaker. Hey, sweet.
Okay.
So we have Shredder if they do play a thing, but Recurring Nightmare if they don't. Man, Farseek.
Yeah, how safe is it to just slam Nightmare here?
I don't know. We didn't show them any problematic enchantments.
Right.
I don't know. Like, what's the value in holding it? In holding it, that we want to get to just sort of like not do anything. Next turn, cast Chupacabra into their probable creature. Then later, Nightmare something when they kill the Chupacabra. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just trying to spend our mana, but that might not be the right thing to do.
yeah, I'm gonna like I know that we haven't seen anything that kills it, but like I feel like with the deck they're playing, like acidic slime style effects are not unreasonable.
Like acidic slime, reclamation sage could be there.
Okay.
Oh, all right. That's kind of great for us actually because we get to not do anything, and then like hopefully they don't have a hasty creature, and we could just sort of kill it.
Okay.
Oh God. Okay.
All right. Let's get some aggression going against this opponent.
This will be good. Hopefully they spend cards killing it.
They kept a 2-lander with Farseek, by the way. They've not played a land past it. Sylvan Library will obviously fix that, but we have a removal for days. I like this. You know, they play a 4-drop. We just go ahead and bone shred it.
Yeah, like we need them to not have lots of tokens or a hasty creature.
Yeah.
Like cheap hasty creature that they can also suit up with the Jite.
It would have to be like
All right, that barely does it.
And it's the job done. If we draw land off the top, we're gonna feel pretty good. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good. But
Okay. So you get to, well, before doing this, you get to serve with the beast.
no,
Right?
no,
Wouldn't that be
we're sacking the Bone Shredder.
okay? Let's do that then.
Because my plan is we
Yeah,
play.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to get them to like trade something that was useless, and then like play Lingering Souls, and get back
Yeah.
around to Recurring Nightmare that way, just for the cost of a Souls token. And
I want to force.
I don't know.
I want to force.
Maybe
I want to force the damage in is what I'm after here. Because like,
okay.
I want to make sure that we can start pressuring our opponent before they can fix their hand. And Recurring Nightmare. And we hold priority, so we immediately get to do this, and it's already back in our hand before it could ever be targeted by any removal. That's the actual power of Recurring Nightmare, is that it is... I guess I didn't tap that, but...
Recurring Nightmare is a disgusting card that should never exist.
You know how long it's been since we've, like, drafted and played it? Like,
And a year at least.
We've drafted it a bunch.
We drafted a bunch, and then we're like, I guess we can't really Recurring Nightmare. We didn't get there. We don't have the like value creatures, the ETBs.
So if they play a big creature here again, they like play a land and then they play a 5-drop. Recurring Nightmare, sack Thragtusk for Bone Shredder. Recurring Nightmare, sack Bone Shredder for Thragtusk. Yeah. Our opponent's in hell.
Yeah, they're experiencing the nightmare again and again, which is sort of the point. Like, flavorful or no, this card should not exist.
5. Here's what I want. 5-drop. Siege Gang or something. No, that's not double red. Hermit. Going wide is there... Oh.
Nissa, though.
Yeah, you want to turn your lands into 4/4s?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Please.
Do that. They're going to untap forests and then play something else.
Right, I'll tap 4 forests. Sure.
Yeah.
And then Garrick, untap 2 lands.
God. Oh my god! Okay, they made a beast token. We get to do plan A and destroy 2 of their cards.
Yeah. Other plan I could literally just go with is Chupacabra, kill this, and then attack, kill their walkers flat.
Yeah, I like that plan also. Let's do that.
Yeah. Like, let's get these walkers off the table. Okay.
Yes.
It works.
So they have the Jite. They have Sylvan Library. I don't think we can really sideboard against that. Just sort of be aware that they have kind of cool and powerful things.
FTK, Abrade. So they are more mid-rangey. Let's just make it happen. We got to play Recurring Nightmare.
Yeah, we did.
Oh.
2 lands, Boom Pod, Shaman that cannot be cast off those lands. Awkward.
I don't think this is where we want to be.
Like, even if we cast Fauna Shaman, we can't really do anything cool with it.
Right, it would be like potted away for a 3-drop.
Right. Turn to Bitter Blossom.
We need a second white source. Okay, good.
All right, drawing extra cards is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Could draw us into our white source, could draw us into a relevant play.
Pretty happy about not Tree Speaker there. Okay, like again, they get to make their hand way better, but this isn't ramp.
Getting that early is kind of disgusting.
Bitter
That's
Blossom.
probably going to be the thing that ultimately breaks our back if we brick a bunch.
Yeah. Like, I like where we're at. Bitter Blossom's good, sort of like constant threats. Puts our
No, you don't.
opponent.
God, Sylvan Library does not deal damage to you. You just get to see extra cards and draw the best ones. If you absolutely need to draw things, you can pay life to do it. But that's kind of the exception rather than the rule. And if they have ways to shuffle their library with fetch lands, it gets to see even deeper. Like, they just have an active Sensei's Divining top that they don't have to pay mana for.
So what's this 3? What do they have for threats right now is a question. Like Quagmire next turn. Morph, okay. We know what that is.
Okay, so that's the Den Protector. There's no way they have anything else.
I like Sorin on 4 with Bitter Blossom going. I like this a lot. This is good. Yeah, and Death Touch on the Quagmire gives it like the power to trade up if need be. Okay. Another white source would be nice. Oh.
That's arguably a white source.
And I mean, I can play it right now, and that's...
Yeah, we were about to play Hissing Quagmire anyway.
This gives me Parallax
Yeah.
Wave next turn if I want it. And, like, with Bitter Blossom, this is a threat. Right? Like, oh. Huh.
Wow. So Mirari's Wake is the surprise my guys are bigger while they're attacking kind of thing.
Yes.
Bone Shredder is the surprise your guys die while I'm attacking.
Yep.
Birthing Pod is sort of a centerpiece of our deck for like the ultra value, and that could be like a rude surprise. I don't know what to pick.
I'm gonna go with...
I don't want to pick Birthing Pod.
I'm gonna go with...
We already have a bunch of mana. Right?
Right? I kind of want Wake here because I feel... So
Okay.
here's how I see the next turns playing out. All right. Just to walk through it. Parallax Wave is likely our next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Just goodbye your board, stop anything from happening relevantly. If they don't do anything real relevant, I can just play Sorin and start doing that. In that world, Parallax Wave has this countdown where I want them dead pretty quick, and Wake pushes us towards that better.
So you're thinking Wake is just for the
Anthem.
For the anthem.
Yes.
Okay.
Like,
all right. If we're trying to finish them off faster, then Wake is the right pick.
Yeah.
If we're trying to outvalue them, then Birthing Pod is the right pick.
I don't even.
I think we could still outvalue them, even though they have a Sylvan Library.
I don't.
Sylvan Library isn't itself value. It's just so that's like allowing them to select to the value cards, which they might not even be able to do. I don't know.
Yeah, I get you. I get
Birthing
you.
Pod is a way to make Wall of Blossoms more relevant than a blocker on their Den Protector. That's and also given that our hand is a bunch of lands, that made me not want to. That did make me want to seek out like value and ways to spend our mana rather than ways to get more mana. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, honestly, I see the Wake mostly as the Anthem side. Like, I think that the mana side is like, sure, whatever that exists, but like with our opponent paying life, like if we can, like they can have the greatest hand in the world. If we can rush them down, who cares? Right?
I think the greatest hand in the world contains ways to gain life. Like if they do Obstinate Baloth into
Whoa. Rattleclaw Mystic. 6-drop out of nowhere. Here's some ramp. Here's something new. Sagu Mauler. What do you
It wasn't Den Protector.
And then
untap their whole board. Oh god.
Oh boy.
Showing off us what morphs don't do, like, man.
Okay. So opponent
Holy
next
shit.
turn has like the most crazy possible plays.
Oh god.
Yeah, okay. Parallax Wave can hit creatures. Exile target creatures. Target creature.
Yeah.
So Atarka is probably their play next turn, right? No, here's the thing. We don't like the problem is actually less the Bone Shredder at this point. I don't think we're going to get to 3 attackers. Now I think the card's irrelevant, and we need to find a way to deal with the problem without it. Because I think Atarka comes down and just kills all our Fairy Rogues. I also don't want to play Sorin for that reason. Because Sorin dies to Atarka as well.
Wait, really? Atarka
can hit walkers.
Planeswalkers?
It's creature or planeswalker.
That's kind of messed up. Yeah, we cannot possibly keep them off of Atarka because we only have the one attacker. Nissa on Nissa with their lands alone gets them Atarka, I think.
8, 9, 10, 11. They have 12 mana right now.
Yeah, like I'm imagining the scenario where we like wave away their elves. And even then they have like a ludicrous amount of mana.
Alright. 4/4 lands aren't really relevant to us, like, in the sense that we can remove them, and...
Yeah, that's not that big a deal.
Do I want to Parallax Wave away their ramp creatures?
I honestly don't think so. Just because it doesn't do that much for us, right?
This Fairy Rogue is new. This one cannot attack.
Right.
We can't, like, if we soar...
Oh my god, if we could, like, Sorin minus and then punk down a Tarka, or Nissa, sorry, then yeah, that would be definitely the thing to do. I guess we have to make them not have it, right?
Yeah. I could Sorin minus, like, just get in with the Fairy Rogue for 2, pass back, and make them have something.
Think about putting them to 10.
What's the ult on this? 7? Yeah.
Okay. No, I like it. Like, I honestly think that if they have something like a Tarka that we're just ranched, so we kind of have to play as if they don't. I mean, yeah, we can cut them off of, like, Kozilek mana, if that's their big thing.
Like, if their big play is, like, literally new Emrakul or something, I guess, but, like... I think that the difference between 10 and 12 is infinity. Like those are both infinite numbers in a ramp deck.
So, I got to see their extra cards. Gaia's Cradle.
I guess I could have cut that
off.
So they have 14 mana right now. Untap the Gaia's Cradle.
Untap the Gaia's Cradle.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Sure. Your mana's still infinity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, draw cards off Hedron Archive. Like, what's... 2 cards in hand. Obviously, they have to be worthwhile, Sylvan Library tells me, you know.
Right.
So... Sure.
Oh, shit.
They've only got 9 mana plus 3. They only have... Look. They only have 13 mana. Here's a Tarka, right? Woodfall Premise. Okay. Didn't want Parallax Wave out around that. Oh.
Killing the Blossom?
They want the threat off the table that it has them possibly dead. You know, their life total's still an issue.
Yes. That's kind of cool. Oh, wow.
I don't care about that at all.
No, that's kind of cool. That like remains a creature, right?
Yeah, probably want to just block that with Wall Blossoms.
What are we doing with Soren?
Plus, we'll just make a token and then make them continue to have to like spend time killing this. The token's a 2/1.
Okay, that's better than
Yeah.
Wall of Blossoms for sure.
The more important thing, we know right now that one of the bottom 3 cards of our deck is our pod.
Okay,
So that's not a possible top deck.
that's true. That's true. The Windburst Kite showed us that.
Yep. So I can kill Garrick if I want to kill Garrick. That's horrible.
Wow.
Please stop that.
So we're making a vampire. We're probably playing Parallax Wave. We have literally nothing else to play, right?
Yeah.
Like you can activate it as an instant.
So I can kill Garrick here if I want Garrick gone.
So that preemptively doesn't let them make a beast.
Or the overrun if they wanted to.
Okay. What about this? We attack them. They take 4, going to 6. We somehow defend Soren, activate him again for an emblem. 6 takes them to dead.
Yeah, or even Wake. Oh, on that note, actually, I've got a... So, get rid of all their creatures.
Right.
Kill Garrick.
Okay.
Next turn, Soren Emblem, Wake.
Soren Emblem and Wake.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I like that. I guess it doesn't super matter that we're doing the Parallax Wave thing now rather than later.
It does for their... I don't want to let them have Gaia's Cradle.
Oh, right.
I want to cut them off mana for a bit.
Good point.
Just a little bit.
All right, surprise. You were right to be afraid of Windbrisk Kites. Just like the last opponent.
They can still kill Soren, but next turn we can activate Playland, activate Hissing Quagmire, attack, and then Wake and kill them.
Sweet.
The land that comes in does in fact trample. This will work like it tramples.
Right.
That's where this vampire token. All right. We did not miss Soren. That's why this summoning sick vampire token is in play.
I mean, I miss Soren every day of my life. I want him to come back. Sitting here pining after Soren Markov.
This Parallax Wave is just... I love this garbage. I'm trying so hard to murder our opponent.
Oh, man.
Sweet, that's not ramp.
So...
Sweet. Yes!
Okay, draw those cards.
None of this does anything to the board.
So if we wave the forest, then wave pops on our turn. They get back. No. They get back Woodfall Primus.
Yeah, they get back Woodfall
That's
Primus.
not happening. Okay. Glad we had this talk. Just wanted to know.
Yep. Okay, attack Soren. I don't care. That's fine. Soren dies.
Oh my god.
So a Braid is the card they could use to, like, interrupt me, I suppose. But we'll see how this plays out. Anyway, we do have a lethal play here. Fading 5, remove the final
Fading
counter.
5. Lands, no help there.
Yep.
The play is the play. Okay.
Quagmire on.
It's a creature.
Attack you, attack you. Attack you. Attack you. Here it comes. Wake.
Yes, we do want to cast it, actually. Wow, if this had been Birthing Pod, we would be ruined. Good call.
Oh, God. Like, they can still, like, abrade my land, and then they only take...
God,
yeah.
Oh, God!
They abrade my land, they go to 1 from this attack.
They go to 1 and we have flyers.
Yes.
The Primus is coming back on our turn. Oh, man.
We have infinite mana. They can't play, like they can... God, we this is such a tense position.
They can play Atarka.
Oh yeah, they have Nissa.
They have Nissa. They can play
Atarka. Yeah. They have so much mana.
Come on, just to have nothing.
God.
We have 2 cards left. You're getting a bunch of stuff back on our turn. Just
no, they gain some life.
oh, gross.
Groan. That specifically gains you life. I'm out of counters on wave.
Yep.
So here's what happens on the next turn. Parallax Wave dies. They get their Woodfall Primus back, kill Wake. These go down to 1 toughness and immediately die. We're left with a vampire token. I don't know what we draw that gets us our 1 point of damage. Oh, thank you very much, Team J-Bro, for the raid. We are in the middle of...
You've caught us at a moment where we're about to die.
Yeah, we have attempted... We are attempting to kill our opponent Doc B, the green-red ramp player, who we just barely missed with a timely upgrade there. Really?
What?
That's weird.
Oh, maybe we win! Yes! Take it! Count it!
That's weird.
They don't know how Parallax Wave works. Count it. Just count it.
That's weird. But yeah, hello everybody. Hello everybody. Glad to see you're all here. We're doing Cube. I'm Sly09. My cohort here is Kaz.
I'm Kaz. I tried to make us do the wrong thing, but we haven't.
All right. We're just kind of going through Cube League here and having some fun with it.
So to talk that through a little more, they would have had an elf and another elf, which would not have mattered. They would have gotten Woodfall Primus back.
Yes.
They would have gotten their land back.
Yes.
The Woodfall Primus kills Mirari's Wake, reducing us to like 3 power worth of attackers. They would be at effectively 5 thanks to Umezawa's GT counters.
Yeah, or removing it to kill our flyers.
Right. So.
But yeah, thank you for the timely the time. God, this is a land away from me wanting to keep it. We cannot being on the play. This doesn't look.
I really think we shouldn't, because what happens is with this hand, we Overgrown Tomb, go to 18, cast Thoughtseize, go to 16, see that their hand is good, take the thing from it that might be relevant, never draw land, and lose.
No. Here's what happens. Overgrown Tomb, Thoughtseize, and our opponent reveals a hand of Goblin Guide, Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning. Okay. Much better.
Sure. Hey, we still get to turn 1 Thoughtseize them. How about that?
All right. So yeah, let's keep this. I'll actually keep the Wildwood. I do want land with this hand here. Wildwood is a pretty decent one to have. Thoughtseize our opponent. Let's see what's going on. Let's learn.
Okay.
2 lands, Ponder, Sack Tribe, Control Magic. Oh my god, am I the jerk who steals that Ponder?
I think so. I think they kept their hand based on the strength of Ponder. What if they never get green? They can't do Sack Tribe. They can't do Kiora. What do we do in the meantime?
here's the problem is, so our opponent's on 2 color off a color. The problem is like control magic on Seraph looks really good, but I can't. I think I'm gonna cut off that ponder. That seems like that seems like a high risk thing because it's they could just draw forest and we look like a fool for it. But if they don't, they have no plays.
Okay. So we can take Island out of their thing there.
Yep. So Island is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Island is gone. The other thing is like, if they're trying to top deck a land, it's a 15 out of 31. If they're trying to top deck a green source, it's more like 9, right?
Right. Maybe even less.
Sweet. Yeah. Let's get that down. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Time to hit him with the Pilgrim.
I'm just gonna get a threat down then.
No, now is definitely a Seraph of the Scales. If they had played a land, then I could maybe see playing Wake instead of, but
yeah. So the reason
they didn't, so their turns off of playing the control magic that we know they have.
Yep. So I want to pressure our opponent as quickly as possible. So that involves playing the Wake here. Instead of the Bitter Blossom, I realize.
So it turns out they kept a bad hand. They're on 2 lands to R5.
They kept a really...
gross.
It sucks. They kept a good hand, I think, in the sense that if their Ponder was in their hand, the hand was good, right? Because Sack Tribe gets them to 4 mana, gets them to control magic and Kiora.
Okay, let's not give them a lot of time to figure things out.
Yeah, let's...
And then crushing.
The game is over. Okay.
Okay, good. So we saw multiple planeswalkers out of them. Does that change anything we have going on?
Yes.
Do we want to go lower? Do we want to go big value?
I don't know. I specifically chose to use the Pilgrim to attack that turn instead of play the Blossom so that I could keep pressure on them quicker. I realized that it doesn't get me a token that's a 2/2, but I wanted to make sure that our opponent had as little time as possible. So I think what we know is our opponent... So this Karn tells us our opponent's top end, right? Like they have some top end stuff. They have some control things.
Right. They probably have some kind of like big green creature.
Yeah.
So I think that like Chupacabra is still fine.
Yeah. Looking at anything else that might be worthwhile is opponent's deck may contain Upheaval. That's a normal thing to see in the blue-green, especially with the ramp.
I could see putting in Animate Dead, expecting that we somehow get like their big thing into their yard.
I'm wondering if the Parallax Wave is something we might want here. That seems like a strong way to answer large...
So, at the very least, that's an answer to Control Magic, which we already saw.
Yeah, like we remove it and then we get it back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's try to fit in the wave.
And obviously, Sword of Body Mind pro their deck, so good. What do we not want in this matchup? Anything that looks less than great? Maybe the Bone Shredder, maybe the Chupacabra, maybe something like that. Our opponent did not immediately show us targets for these sorts of things. They're obviously going to have them. But yeah, Tristani is our answer to control magic. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to try this for now. We might see that actually Wall of Blossoms might be the worst. Like, I don't know if this blocks anything is actually a more relevant thing. Well, anyway, let's try this out. We're up a game.
It blocks Sakura Tribe Elder.
Ha!
So,
Keeper.
We know at least one target that it blocks.
All right.
Hey, sweet.
All right, all 3 colors. This isn't a very quick hand in this... Oh, shit.
Damn it. Okay, fine. Ooh, do we want that instead of Thoughtseize? Actually, I kind of think no.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking no. I'm going through it in my head, and I think the Thoughtseize is slightly more important.
Okay.
I need to know what our opponent has going on. We would have to draw one of our 3-drops. I'm certainly not really playing the Nightmare into Empty board.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Knowledge is Forbid Sundering Titan.
And a bunch of lands.
Off blue. Might just let them keep that Forbid? They're off blue.
Right?
They would need to draw double blue for that to be on.
They could easily like ramp it out. They have Ancient Tomb. They have the Derogatory Speaker.
We have 1, 2. This could be like literally turn 4, and I don't
get rid of their Sundering Titan.
Okay.
Like we haven't seen any black from them, so reanimation is less real.
This is what we get for not boarding in that anime dead, right? Island off the top, sure.
Ha! Thanks for letting us know.
Well, they want to play that so that they can
right for the forbid.
So it sucks because it's like, oh, it lets us know that that's a thing, but they also definitely want, you know. All right, so they have 6 mana this turn if they want it or need it. We didn't realize that they were 3 color. Ancient Tomb off the list.
There's Kiora off the top, nice peel.
Yeah, that works pretty well. They can defend it pretty reasonably here, and they can just use it to explore with their hand of pretty hefty lands.
Mm.
Like, we can't pressure it right now, so going for the explore makes sense. There's that double blue.
Oh, man. Well, at least we know the composition of their hand.
Yes.
Jeez.
Nice.
Want to do that?
Yeah, well, get down Soren and just get things rolling. Puts pressure on Kiora pretty quickly. Let me know their entire hand. Also, tokens is very nice with the Venerated Loxodon in our hand.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something that they might want to spend the Forbid on, and in that case, we get to resolve more powerful effects. Okay, prevent all damage the lifelinking token would deal. That's fine. Savannah is out. Yeah, that's sticking around.
So they have the Forbid up.
Now, do we want to burn it in some way? Do we want to maybe like plus Soren and try to Venerated Loxodon on our team? Something like that. Obviously, this is the play here.
It's like we could.
The other line I have.
We could Chupacabra the Tree Speaker.
The other line I have is actually Emblem Attack Kiora.
We get to do that before playing any things, and we still have Loxodon or Chupacabra up.
Yeah, or
so either like, we take away their Tree Speaker with our Avacyn's Pilgrim, or
as Numbit's saying, like if I try the Chupacabra, get them to forbid it, cool, whatever. Then we just make the attack anyway. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I like that.
The other thing that's cool about countered Chupacabra is that we have Recurring Nightmare, whereas countered Venerated Loxodon is not as great.
Yeah, and like countered Recurring Nightmare is horrible.
Yeah, we want the counter gone. So this also threatens that Kiora. If they forbid buyback, this tells us a lot about the composition of their hand. Okay, that tells us a lot about the composition of their hand. Cast with
buyback. Yeah, that tells us that their hand now contains forbid.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to Emblem and try to attack down Kiora.
Okay. I like it.
Because I don't want them having a draw engine on the table. Obviously, they're just going to get rid of their, Tree Speaker, but that also is mana that they get off the table.
Mm.
And they can't threaten Soren right now. Okay. No, I think forbidding there makes sense. Why would they not discard 2 lands when they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana in play? Discarding those 2 lands makes a lot of sense for the forbid. And of course, as I just counted 8 mana, feeling good about getting rid of that Sundering Titan. Most of our everything gone. So.
Yeah, like especially when we have forests and they have forests and they get to choose ours.
Yep. All right. So they have Kiora That's a good one.
Yikes.
All right, I'm going to attack with a vampire token to try to kill Kiora.
Sounds good to me.
Now, there's a reason not to do this. There's a reason to try to go for a big Venerated Loxodon, but I don't want to at the moment. I want to threaten their in-play cards and try to threaten them with the Soren, with the plus from Soren, make them get something on board. So, we're going to go ahead and plus Soren. And we're going to go ahead and Lingering Souls.
Yeah, you want to forbid it because we have flashback.
Maybe their hand is, again, 2 lands, and they just want to forbid and use those 2 lands for something else. Yep, 2 forests.
I feel like that was a valid strategy when they had Kiora on the table, and now it's super sketchy when they don't.
Oh, especially losing the Tree Speaker, too. It's like,
Right.
oh... Well, the problem is, like, I guess they're thinking, what else do I do, right? How do
with the 2 lands in hand, yeah.
Right, like, how do I prevent... Because that's 8 power, and I can emblem to make that 12 power. Like, that's
Played an island, so we know their hand contains forbid.
Yep.
We kind of don't need to play things, but we could play something into forbid.
To make forbid happen.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and use our Lingering Souls.
Oh, this is going to be sweet. So if they counter this, then we still get to Venerated Loxodon.
Yes.
We even get to attack with a creature if we do that.
Which is the reason I'm doing it this way. So, forbid.
Okay. It's a good choice. This is going...
Makes sense. So now they're in Wrath or Die position, right? Yeah, they've drawn very few spells, and we thought seized away one of them. Look at how many lands they have drawn. There are 6 in play, 4 in the grave.
Like,
it is
picking off the Sundering Titan was probably the game-winning choice.
Right. Obviously, they've used Forbid 3 times here, but, like, with Titan, they would be on the commanding board presence position and preventing us from doing anything with our, no land. I think they kept the hand reasonably because they had a draw, they found a draw engine. All right.
Okay, they're gone.
That
makes sense.
That puts us 3-0. That puts us finishing the fight very cleanly.
Hot damn. Look at that value engine.
Yeah, let me for those who, again, joined late, I should have pulled this up a little bit ago, but for those who joined from the raid, again, thank you very much for all showing up here. If you want to catch more magic and other things I do, you can always follow and see what I'm doing. But I'm just glad you're here. We've got look at all this. So this is what our deck contained. Yeah, this was the pile of junk. Thank you very much for the sub, Burnhead. There's some cube going on. We're just winding down. So yeah, this is
we never cast Trostani.
No, we never did.
Or Green Warden of Morass, or Elishnorn. I feel like we've been robbed.
We did.
We never got the pod. We didn't even, we had a pod that was like central to our deck's design, and it just never happened. We're just like, Oh,
and Blood Fashion, thank you for the sub as well. We did get to Recurring Nightmare. Yes, that was something that definitely happened. But yeah, this is this is our deck on the day.
Yeah, we did Thragtusk.
Yes.
We even Recurring Nightmare into Thragtusk. How about that? How do you like that for value?
Which that's power.
This deck was value. We never got to use our Sword of Body and Mind or our Kitchen Finks. We got to win 3-0 with like 50% of our deck.
That's fine. That's how it goes at times. All right. And now I want to think what I actually want to do, if I'm up for anything else tonight, if I want to go for another cube here, or if I want to, because it's early enough that I can do a second one here, and that would be nice.
Well, if you do another cube, I can't follow you for all of it.
Okay. No, that's fair. All right. I think I'll go ahead and try it. This one went very quickly. Okay. We finished this one fast, and we got a lot of new names around. Might as well give them a second round. So.
All right. Well, thank you for that. I'm gonna bow out.
All right.
Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much for joining on this, cast.
While I'm gone, please do all the right things. Don't do the wrong things.
Okay.
That's all I ask.
All right. I'll go for it. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.